Hello, welcome to this lesson of Mastering Java. And what we're going to do here is talk about additional floating point data types. We've talked about the double quite extensively, and that's for a good reason. It's because the double floating point representation is really the standard, it's the default, it's the most common variable type you'll use for floating point numbers in Java. And what do we mean by floating point anyway? It just means anytime you have a number or a variable that's going to contain a number that has a decimal point. So for instance, 1.5 is a floating point number. 32.89 is a floating point number. Negative 0.62 is a floating point number. So integers are whole numbers. Floating point data points or data types are numbers that have a decimal point. Okay. Now here's the deal. The typical standard floating point representation in Java is 64 bits. So this 64 bits means you have a whole lot of decimal places after the decimal point where you can have numbers. So you basically can have longer numbers with more digits after the decimal point. But Java also provides what we call float. Float is a data type. It's a floating point number, but it only has 32 bits. 10, 15 years ago, this would have been very standard for your floating point numbers to have 32-bit representation, but now computers are so powerful and we have so much memory that the standard is what we call double. So back in the day, your normal float would be 32 bits and your extended float with more digits would be what we call double. Double meaning double precision. But it's now flipped around in Java where the typical standard is this one, and if you need a smaller number for some reason or numbers that don't have that many digits behind the decimal point, you would use this one here. Again, I'll say again, just like with integers, 99.99% of the time, you're just going to use double, just like we've been doing all along. But in this lesson, we'll introduce the other one just to show you. So as we said before, double is the standard default data type that we use in Java. So you can say double num1